Hello, and welcome to the Priory Church of Deeping St James, just outside Market Deeping. The impressive size of St James's Church indicates that we've got here a building which was rather more than a church of a small village. In fact, it was founded as part of a Benedictine abbey and was consecrated by the Bishop of Lincoln on St James's Day in 1139. The tower is 18th century. The original tower collapsed, probably as a result of flood damage to the foundations over the years. However, it has been sympathetically attached to the rest of the building. The church itself is 55 metres long, and the spire can be seen up to 10 miles away. The size of the church reflects its origins as being a church from a monastic foundation. The porch, which you've just seen, is early English, about 13th century. It's got a hood mould and dog-tooth decoration. Here on the north wall, there's a blocked-up door, but more curiously, you'll see part of the window there on the right has had a buttress pushed up against it, probably due to some concern over subsidence. This is the south face of the church with its perpendicular style. Here's that early English porch. Here is the nave, and you get a very good idea of the length from this photo here. It's a very impressive late 12th century arcade. It's got 7 bays. It's continued into the long chancel. Ah yes, look at the left there. There's that closed-in window with a little bit of stained glass put in its place. Above the nave arcade is what we know as a triforium, and this is it here. It's made up of 13 pointed arches, again early English. Now if you look down at the main arches, you'll see a springer coming from that central one there, which gives an indication that there could have been a further arch crossing the main nave. There's one, and there is another. There's been a lot of speculation about the purpose of these, and the jury's still out. Here, behind the pulpit, we have a massive opening that's now been blocked in, which could have indicated a northern nave or possibly an addition to the priory buildings behind it. The pulpit itself dates from 1873. On the south wall of the sanctuary are 6 circular arches, and these mark the sites of the seats or sedilia used by the brothers of the priory in their 12th century. This is a rather interesting tablet which I saw. It apparently commemorates 3 brothers who were killed, one by a train accident, one by some form of wagon, and the other on the right there by a whirlpool accident. It's apparently been in the church for at least 30 years on its own. There to the left of the seats is a double piscina that dates from the mid-13th century. Now, here we have the first of two effigies which are found in the chancel. It may well be that of Guy Wake, who endowed the chancel chapel here in 1231. And there's the aumbrey, and on the other side we've got another figure who we'll see in a moment or two. This is part of what they call the Corpus Christi chapel. It's fairly new and was added in its present state in 1971. Now this is a beauty. It's a graveside shelter, and it was used to protect the vicar from inclement weather during burial services. It's late 17th century, so late 1600s, and you can actually see the handles on the sides. If we just go down a little bit, there you are, there's the handle to keep the rain off the vicar. The font is a 12th century tub shape, and it's interlaced with Romanesque arcading. Nice tie-beam roof. The chest is thought to be 17th century, made out of a quarter of a trunk of a tree, hollowed out. And this gives you, from the chancel, a really good idea of the nave and how long it is. So there you have it, the Priory Church of Deeping St. James. Thank you.